It's official, people. Lake Michigan is freezing over. One of the great sights in the world. There is no better global city during winter than Chicago, Illinois. And apologies if my hair's going crazy because this is called winter hair, or hockey hair as they say here. I'm going to give you a little guided tour of the museum campus. Look at that. The magnificent field museum in the background there. Nice balmy conditions here. About minus 10 degrees Celsius. And for those global editorial viewers around the world, thanks for joining us. It's not going to be political today's conversation, it's just going to be about showing off my hometown. My adopted hometown, shall I say. Now, in the future, if you come across anybody who complains about winter, especially those who live in maybe the south of the US, California, Florida, or maybe in the arse end of the world, apologies to Australia, my homeland, and they complain about their winter, just tell them to watch this clip. And you tell me if they have any rights to whine. Because here in Chicago, people are out and about on the lakeshore, running. Look, I'm not even covered up because you're Chicago tough. I don't want to boast, but that's what we do here in the US. We boast. We are Chicago tough. Even Obama once mentioned that we Chicagoans are tough. And look at this, the winter wonderland. Nothing beats it. Forget coming here in summer. You've got to come here during winter. And I urge all my readers and viewers to come to the beautiful Lakefront Trail and witness Lake Michigan frozen over. So yeah, I mean, we can talk politics, but let's just keep that aside. And if you listen to my podcast, I did mention about Chicago still being the 8th greatest global city in the world and about the segregation that's taking place. But this lakefront brings everybody together. It's about 200 neighbourhoods in Chicago and they all have their own little quirks. And they don't like to actually mingle with each other. It's a city of neighbourhoods, but I'm trying to be one of those people who crosses the boundaries and goes into different neighbourhoods and says it's not all about, you know, staying in your own place. You've got to come down, get involved, and check out this. Look at that. You can snowboard if you want. You know, this is just downtown. You know, we don't have to go to the mountains. Look at that. A magnificent field museum. Way better than the Natural History Museum in New York. So please come down and check it out for yourself. The greatest city in the world, there's no doubt about it. And to be honest, during summertime, it's amazing as well. There is so much to do here. It's like, it's not only winter, but winter's just better. It's just better. So, snowbirds flying down south to get away from the cold. You can go, but we want to have it to ourselves. Look at this. That's what life's about. Chicago in winter time. Again, global warming has really its ugly head. Lake Michigan is freezing over, but the weather is actually quite bad. I think it's about only minus 10 degrees Celsius, and it's not good enough. Apologies to my Canadian viewers. It's just not cold enough. But hopefully, when we get our act together as a countries in the world, and we sort out this global warming issue, we'll get back to proper frigid winters. Just doesn't look. This is just amazing, isn't it? And so, if you ever come across this part of the world, we can do our little global editorial vlogs and blogs from this vantage point. There you have it, the Great Flag of Chicago, the 3 stars representing North, South and West. Of course, the United States of America, so it's all happening here at the Field Museum. Look at that. Magnificent scenery. And have a look at this. Up there with the museums of Europe. Spectacular. Great exhibition now about death, and as you know, my podcast is always about death talk, so that coincides well. So, yeah, that's life. That's what we do here at Global Editorial. We'll ramble on as we walk through the snowy tundra. Look at that. Forget summertime.